Want more podcast listeners? Well, then don't watch this video because I'm about to share with you the 10 mistakes that will kill your podcast faster than you can say subscribe. Hey everyone, welcome to this video. I hope that you're having a great day. And as the topic says, this is 10 ways that you can make sure that your podcast fails miserably. So I'm going to go over these 10 things that you can do if you're just sick and tired of your podcast and you want to just kill it. So let's get to this list right now. First of all, have no clear target audience. Just talk about anything and everything for everyone. So without a clear listener in mind, your message will get lost. People tune into podcasts for a specific value, and if they don't know what to expect with yours, then they won't come back. So there you go. Just talk about anything. Don't have no target. Next, have an inconsistent posting schedule. So post an episode today, maybe skip the next 3 weeks, and then upload one again 5 days after that, and then 2 days after that, put another episode up. Have an inconsistent podcast posting schedule. So consistency will build trust, but inconsistency will lead to drop-offs. And if you treat your podcast like a hobby, it will perform like one, okay? So if you want to kill your podcast, just post whenever you feel like it. That's it. Number 3 is to have poor audio quality. So go into your basement and record your podcast right next to the washing machine with a $5 microphone from 2003. Listeners can tolerate a lot, but terrible audio isn't one of them. They'll leave before you can even get to the message of your podcast. So this is a good way to absolutely kill your podcast and make sure that nobody listens to it at all. Next is to ignore your audience completely. Never respond to any comments, reviews, or questions. I mean, who needs engagement anyways? A successful podcast builds community, and ignoring feedback means that you will miss out on growth opportunities for yourself, for your podcast, and you'll also miss the opportunity to build loyal fans for your podcast. So ignore your fans, ignore your community. Don't worry about engagement, and absolutely, you will kill your podcast. Next, have no preparation or structure with your podcast. Just turn on the microphone or the camera and hit record and start rambling for 45 minutes. Winging it might seem fun at the beginning, but without structure, episodes will drag and listeners will eventually drop off. So preparation shows professionalism. So if you want to kill your podcast, just don't prepare. Have no structure, just turn on the microphone, turn on the camera, and just let it flow, and we'll see what happens. Chances are people are just going to drop off because they're going to be able to tell that you're not prepared and that you have no structure. So next thing that you could do is have overly long and boring intros. So start each episode with 5 minutes of irrelevant banter or ads and just talk about whatever. A hook will catch your audience attention faster, and then you can take them on a journey through your podcast. But when you have a long intro that doesn't really hook the audience and you can't really get them on board to take them on that journey from the beginning, then the first few minutes, they'll just drop off and they won't return again after that because they don't know. It takes too long to get to the action. You know what I mean? So have a hook right at the beginning if you want your podcast to succeed. But if you want your podcast to fail, which is what we're talking about today, just don't have a hook. Just have a really long and boring intro and even throw some ads there in the front and guarantee people will drop off even before you go into the content. Number 7 is to neglect SEO and episode titles. And if you don't know what SEO stands for, it stands for search engine optimization. Okay, so just name your podcast episode 1 or episode 2, or just even here, this is even better. Just call it random thoughts for today, right? Because no one is searching for that. And if you type your episodes as something generic like episode 1, it's never going to show up when people go to search on search engines for these terms. So no one is searching for it, and descriptive keyword-rich titles will help your show get discovered. So if you want to kill your podcast, just don't do any keyword research and neglect SEO completely, and nobody will find your podcast. Number 8 is to have no promotion strategy at all. So just upload and pray that it goes viral. So even the best content needs visibility. So without sharing on social, on email lists, and collaborating with others, growth is very slow or non-existent at all. So don't have any type of promotion strategy, just publish your episode and hope that somebody finds it. All right, so number 9 is try to imitate everybody else. So be a second-rate version of a popular podcast that's already out there instead of an original voice, which is what you are. Okay, so if you like Joe Rogan and his podcast, try to act like him, be like him, talk like him. Or maybe if you like This American Life with Malcolm Gladwell, you could try to talk like how he talks and try to be like him. Listeners want authenticity. And if your podcast feels like a knockoff, it will be forgettable. So try to be a second-rate version of one of those other popular podcasts out there. Guarantee this will cause your podcast to fail. And number 10, this is now if you did everything else and your podcast is still holding on by a thread, number 10 will cause your podcast to fail for sure. It's just to quit after 7 episodes. This is called podfade. So get excited at the start, spend a whole bunch of money buying microphones and cameras and lights and get studio time to record your podcast. Start strong and then lose the interest right away and then disappear after 7 episodes. So most podcasts fail right here. Longevity will build trust and it will build an audience. And it will also give you the results that good podcasters hope for when they start off. Showing up consistently is half of the battle. But when you fade and stop after 7 episodes, that's an absolute guaranteed way to fail. And people won't even think about your podcast anymore because there's no more new episodes. Oh well. Now, if you can't tell by now, I'm just being sarcastic. And if you want your podcast to succeed, just do the opposite of everything that I mentioned in this episode. And I hope that you're doing none of these things that I mentioned in this video, because deep down, I know that you started your podcast so that you can impact the lives of people around you or put a smile on someone's face with the content that you are creating. So keep doing the work that you're doing. And if you want me to make a video about how to get your podcast to succeed, just go in the comments and you can mention it there, and I'll be sure to create a video to encourage you, to help you to get the success with your podcast. So I hope that you enjoyed this episode or this video, and I hope it gave you some laughs. So click subscribe if you want more stuff from I Made a Podcast, where I'm teaching you how to start, grow, and monetize your podcast. And recently, I did a masterclass on podcast SEO with Heidi De La Cruz. And if you want to listen to that, just click on the screen here somewhere and you'll be able to listen to that video and watch that video. It was really helpful. And remember, the best time to start a podcast was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. So go ahead and make something great happen. Peace.